All right, guys, it's Friday, November 14th. I'm trying to get you guys ready for your symmetry rotation test on Monday. So I've got a couple activities that I want you to complete, and hopefully once you guys complete these activities, you guys will be fully prepared for the test on Monday, and you'll have a study guide ready to go. So watch this video. We got two things that we're going to do to prepare ourselves for the test, and then you guys should be good to go. So hope you guys have a great day and a great weekend, and let's get into it. Okay, so this is the first thing I want you to do, and this is the reflections, translations, rotations, and symmetry review packet. And so the first thing I'm going to fill out here is what happens when the points reflected over y equals x. Well, we flip y and x. Talked about this on Wednesday. What happens when the points reflected over the x-axis? Well, x stays the same, the sign of y changes. When we do the origin, the sign of both changes, and when we do the y-axis, the sign of x changes. Okay, so got a couple more practice problems here, flipping the line over those things as we talked about. Then we have two more practices where we change P and Q, and basically underneath the vector -1, 2, do not forget to write your prime. Make sure you write your other 2 points. That goes for these two. So I should see an E prime and an F prime. These are lines up here in 5 through 8 on this practice. So you're going to be flipping lines over the correct places. And the last thing you're going to do for this review is state how many symmetry lines each figure has. That's A. State whether or not it's point symmetry, yes or no, and then list the rotational symmetries. All right, so at this point, Mr. Earhart, could you please pause this video and let them complete this packet, and then I'll go over the answers for the entire packet. Okay, so you guys have taken a look at how to complete this packet. I want to make sure you guys see this on the video one time before your test tomorrow. This will be the only time that you guys are going to have me completing this for you. So, A, B with vertices A, -3, 2, and B, 0, 1 in the y-axis. So if it's in the y-axis, the x changes. So A prime is going to be at 3, -2, and B prime is going to be at 0. This is actually +3, +2. And this is going to stay at 0, 1. Alright. So to keep with my promise of trying to get two colors here for you guys, I'm going to find myself a red pen real fast. Let's go with highlighters. Easier. So the first line is at -3, 2, and 0, 1. And the second line is at 3, 2, and 0, 1. So there, that's flipped across the y-axis. CD and the origin, so C prime is going to be at 2, 3. And D prime is going to be at -1, -3. So let's go ahead and do the first one. And now let's do the second one. And as you can see, I flipped that line across the origin. Yep, -2, -3, 1, 3, 2, 3, -1, -3. Flipped it across the origin. EF across the x-axis. So E prime is going to be at -2, -3, and F is going to be at 2, -4. So I'll do the EF in pink. And the prime in yellow. So you can see I flipped that line across the x-axis. And then across the line y equals x. For 1, h prime, -2, -2. So do the first one. And then the second one. 1. Oh. So you can see, I flipped that right over that line right there. Alright, translation. So I'm going to subtract 1 to all the x's, and I'm going to add 2 to the y's. Alright, put my original line here, -1, 3, and 2, 2. And when I move that, I get -2, -2, 5, and 1, 4. And so I move that line to the left 1, up 2. Number 10, 2, 3 is my first point. -2, -1. I'm going to be moving this line to the right 3 and down 2. And so R prime is going to be 5, 1. And S prime is going to be 1, -3. So I successfully moved that line to the right 3 and down 2. Alright. Finally, rotational symmetry, line symmetry, and point symmetry. Number 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does have point symmetry. When I turn it around, it's going to be exactly the same. And the rotational symmetries are 60, 120, 180, 240, 300, and 360. The star has 5 lines of line symmetry. Yep, there it is. It does not have point symmetry because when I turn it upside down, I do not get the exact same shape. And its 5 rotations are 72, 144, 216, 288, and 360. The X, 1, 2, 3, 4. It does have point symmetry, and its rotationals are 90, 180, 270, and 360. Okay, when you're finished with that, you guys are now going to get this. So Mr. Earhart, take a minute and pass this out. This is the final test review. You guys need to work on this alone. I'm going to put a couple things up here for you to see, but then Mr. Earhart will have the answer sheet available when you finish. So check the answer sheet with Mr. Earhart, and then on Monday we'll go over these things real quick again before we start the test. The distance formula is the square root of y minus y squared plus x minus x squared. The midpoint formula is m is equal to x plus x divided by 2. M is equal to y plus y divided by 2. And the slope formula is y minus y over x minus x. So you guys got a couple questions there about slope, distance, and midpoint. And We also have a couple reviews about perpendicular and parallel. Remember, parallel lines are the same. Perpendiculars are the exact flip. And you got a couple more practices on flipping across axes. And then a couple more practice on symmetry of shapes. So that's it. Remember to get this checked. This is your study guide. I will have you turn one of these two things in to me on Monday. So make sure you keep both of them as well, because this will be your second part of your participation grade for the time that I was out. So again, hopefully this answered any questions that you guys might have. Feel free to pause any of my videos as necessary. You guys also could use your phone to check them on YouTube. They will be up on the YouTube channel. So again, I hope you guys have a great weekend, and good luck.